Stay with me. I know this creamy garlic chicken doesn't look like it's all that, but it is absolutely delicious, so let's make it together. As always, the recipe will be in the description box. The ingredient list is as follows. You can do 2 large boneless, skinless chicken breasts that you cut in half. I did 4 thin ones. It's going to be about 1.5 pounds total. To season your chicken, you're going to need Italian seasoning, salt, and freshly cracked black pepper. You're going to need all-purpose flour, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 2 tablespoons of butter divided, a whole garlic bulb, about 8 to 9 garlic cloves. You're going to need some chicken broth and heavy cream and garlic powder for the sauce, and then salt and pepper to taste. All of this will be in the description as well. As you saw before, I laid out my chicken breast and then I went to town with seasoning. Italian first, put that all over the chicken breast, fully covered. Then I went in with the cracked black pepper, and now I'm going in with the salt. Now the sauce has salt in it, so don't put too much salt on the chicken. I made that mistake and it turned out just a little bit too salty for my liking. But if you're a salt lover, you do you, boo. I'm taking my tongs and just pressing all of the seasoning into the chicken just so that it sticks a little bit better. I'm gonna have to flip it over whenever I put the flour on it, and I don't want that to all fall off, so I just made sure that it's really stuck to the chicken. Next, I'm adding my flour, and I started out with a large spoon and sprinkled it onto the chicken, but then I realized that I would need to spread it out with a spoon, and you definitely don't want to put a spoon that's touched the chicken back into the bag of flour. So I ended up just using my hands to sprinkle the flour onto the chicken, and then I moved it around with the spoon so that I could fully cover each chicken breast. So I floured all 4 of those and then flipped them over and did the other side as well. I did not season the other side, and I'm glad I didn't because they were so flavorful. They did not need any more seasoning. So I just seasoned the top, but did flour on both sides. Now it's time to move the chicken to the pan. So I added my olive oil to the pan on medium-high, and then added the butter and waited for that to melt. You're only going to use half of your butter for this portion. You're going to save the other half for later. Once your pan is nice and hot, it's time to put your chicken in. You don't want to crowd the pan, so I just put 2 in at once. Once the chicken cooked down a bit, all 4 pieces fit in later when it came time to put the cream sauce, so no worries there. You're going to cook the chicken breasts for about 4 minutes on each side until golden brown. I really don't like that term golden brown, but they actually are golden brown when they're done. You'll see what those look like in just a little bit, but for now we're going to start working on our sauce while these chicken breasts cook. First, you're going to want to peel your garlic, and then we're going to smash it with our knife. You're going to take the palm of your hand on the side of the knife and press down onto the piece of garlic, and this is really going to open that up, allow it to be more aromatic and fragrant when it gets into the pan. It's at this point that our chicken is ready to flip, so it should be golden brown on that side. We're just going to flip it over and cook for another 4 minutes. Now we transfer the chicken to another plate so that the pan will be open to start the sauce. If you choose to do 4 chicken breasts, then you'll have to do this process all over again before you can get to the actual sauce portion. If you just chose 2, then you're ready to go. After all of the chicken breasts are removed from the pan, it's time to start the sauce. So we're going to throw in the other portion of our butter and melt it down. Then you'll throw in the garlic and turn the heat down to medium-low. You're going to saute the garlic for about 3 minutes until it's lightly browned and fragrant. You want to make sure to stir the garlic frequently because it will burn. Now you're going to pour the chicken broth and heavy cream into the skillet and add the garlic powder. As you're stirring that all in, definitely scrape the bottom of the pan because you'll get those little brown bits off and it will help with the flavor. You're going to simmer your sauce for about 8 to 10 minutes in the skillet or until it has reduced and thickened a bit. And this is where you'll taste your sauce and see what needs to be added. So I added some salt and pepper accordingly. Now we're going to return the chicken to the pan on low to medium heat and spoon the sauce all over the chicken. Now the sauce is absolutely delicious, so you're going to want to smother these chicken breasts. Now I probably should have done this part at the beginning, but I totally forgot. So I went ahead and cut up my Italian parsley to sprinkle on top of the chicken. This gives it a really nice herby flavor. I like to serve my chicken like this with vegetables, so I chose green beans tonight. I bet you rice would be absolutely delicious with this though, especially with that sauce. Please let me know if you tried this recipe and if you enjoyed it and what else you want to see from me. Bye!